train. And dog. Hello, doggy. Hey, Jubu. Come back. Come back here. Yeah. Dog. Well, I am finally awake. Had a really nice day after I arrived. But time for a waking up ceremony that involves probably a lot of cold water to the face. And then I'm going to be heading into Swords. And to get this nostalgia train rolling. Here it is, River Valley, where it all began. A suburb of Swords, and about as average can be. Here is my road, River Valley Road. You know, because they didn't really think it through. Also, if you ever want to know a bit of Irish, Boher Glen Harbin. Fuck it, I never learned it anyway. Yeah. I'm not going to be going to show my house because other people live there now and that's their world to live in. But this is my road. It's fine. Went through some changes I'm not going to get into because there's a lot of them. There's the GAA Centre and the Credit Union and of course the Peacocks with the shops that I'll get to in a minute. This was kind of everything you'd want growing up, except, you know, really good weather. No, I could be angry that it's raining today, but here's the thing. I want to go through a nostalgic trip with you people. And miserable weather is just one of them. Fuck Ireland. Right, so here we are at the shops, which is a lot more worse for wear than I remember. Some of the things still the same. The pharmacy was always there, but that was a newsagent's. It's now a Centra. That Centra used to be over there, and now that's gone. The chipper's still there, but that place here used to be a Extra Vision. But this is where I'm going. The Peacock's Pub. My home away from home, which wasn't too far from home. The Peacocks. I can't tell you the amount of money I spent on this place. I am swimming in so many memories. Mostly good ones, a few crap ones. At least they're doing well for themselves. It's really packed in here. We're waiting for a sandwich and they're taking forever. But, yeah. I'm looking at the place where I used to sit. This was like my first ever local pub. My house is just less than 5 minutes walk. It's across the street. And I would just spend, this would be like my socializing, at least until I started going out into Dublin. Yeah. Memories. Making my way up towards the valley now, Valley Park, and I wanted to show all this. When I was a kid, all these trees were joined by so many more trees. It was like a little forest, a little line of pure forest. And then, I forget why, it was something maybe to do with beautification or to dissuade rats and other vermin. But they cut down the majority of them. We used to play in them. Kids would climb trees and shit. But as you're going to see in a bit, it's hardly a big loss. I mean, fucking hell. You're gonna see a lot more trees before this video's done. And here it is. Ward Valley Park, or just the Valley. Which is kind of awkward because that sometimes is interchanged to my housing estate here. This was by far the best part of living in this area. Though me being a recluse, took me way too long to figure it out. Woohoo! These are fairly new. See? Some kids are mimicking ducks behind me. More. There. Yeah, I'll show you some of the key points of the valley. Some of them. I've got other shit to do today, and it is terrible weather. Still, I have to admit, I actually really like these. I wonder what the story behind them are. Nice little feature. They weren't there when I was a kid, that's for sure. Here are the pitches. Gaelic, football, hurley, and the sports days from the school. Focus. You can just see the GAA behind it there. Over there, you can just kind of make out the girls' school, the secondary school, the Laurel. Less said about that, the better. And down here, I might as well keep the camera running for this part. Down here, where all this extra equipment is where the playground used to be. Now it's a sort of open air gym. There we are. Oh, running low on memory. There. Some more memory saved. Used to be like a little fort over here made of logs. Slide, you can still see the stairs. I once cycled, tiny me, cycled right down here without knowing what the brakes were on my bike and slammed into those trees. First time I ever, I don't think went unconscious, but I was dazed. I remember staring up at the sky as everything kind of rebooted. Good times. And look, there still is kind of a playground going on here. So, you got that going. Best place in the world to walk your dog. This, of course, is the River Ward. But let's be honest here, no one calls it that. They all call it the Jacko. Why? I ain't got a fucking clue, and I don't think anyone ever did. Summertime. Absolutely gorgeous to, like I said, take the dog down here and just wander about. Up to a certain point, like around about 6 or so, you might want to wrap it up. Gets a bit dangerous down here at night. More than one person died down here. More than one person got raped. And the amount of cars that have been found burning here, why, all of 6, if I remember right. That's a large number. Hell, 1 is too many if you ask me. There used to be a wooden bridge across this, and fucking hell was it not ripped to pieces. You could see graffiti and the like, big whoop, but no, people would carve shit in until the point where it was close to rotting. By the way, remember when I said all the cars that burned? Yeah, they'd usually be found over here. I think maybe that's why the grass looks a little bit different. Don't know the last time what happened. Went swimming in that once. Wouldn't recommend it. Animals of the park include rabbits, foxes, lots of birds, I'm sure a million rats and mice, the occasional stray dog or cat, and of course the ever humble human being. If I ever come back here, I'll be sure to do it in the summertime. As you can see, most of the damn trees are still dead. It's chilly, it is. At least the rain stopped. But you can just make out behind these trees the village where we will be going next. Goodbye, River Valley. Hello, Swords Town. And here it is, Swords. More traffic than it knows what to do with. Oh well, I wonder where I'm going to go now. Oldest building in the village. Back when there wasn't a village, it was just a spot on the map. This little cottage is still standing. And as long as I've been remembering, they've always cut keys. Yeah, there's been plenty of changes. Roxy's, I think, was called something else. I mean, for fuck's sake, we have a sushi bar now. This. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is so much more to do. Aww. I wanted sushi. Maybe later. Actually, definitely later. But for now, I'm gonna walk all the way down to the end of the street. Hopefully not get run over in the process. Thanks, man. Whee! That used to be Electrical Ireland or whatever the hell it's called. Used to buy like dishwashers and microwaves and phones in there. This building here was built not too long ago in proportion. There's the police, the guards. That building's been there since I was a kid. Peter Galvin's Hardware. Finally closed down. Took them long enough. Good hardware store though. Anyway, this building here, it was... oh shit, hold on. I'm gonna have to switch mediums. Some things never change. Like traffic congestion. Oh yeah. You gotta love the fact that the village was never designed for all these cars, but you know, they still come through. If you ever want to see something funny, go to the Fingal County Council website and look at their plans. It includes things like turning this into a sort of two-story thing where the traffic will go underneath. Like, fuck off. Well, they're at, why don't they just give us a fucking Subway? And I don't mean the sandwich place either. Although, I think we have one of them already. Whoa. Now, if you believe that. Yeah, this building here was built in the late 90s. It used to be bright yellowy green, or whatever the hell colour you want to say. First proper bit of investment in the town in years. This used to be a school. All this used to be the playground, the car park. I'd walk around. It's like a private school. I didn't know much about what was going on. Except that window, the second one there to the last on the top floor, was the principal's office. And they said things like there was treasure hidden up there and shit. Of course, we were stupid kids. Here's a bunch of signs, more Irish, every direction. Dublin and the airport is off that way. So is River Valley, for that matter. That's where I used to get my hair done, the one that has the different colour. Honk, honk, honk. It's now just owned by different people. I would pay 200 quid for that shit. I did look amazing though. McDonald's. That was actually a big deal when the McDonald's came out. Yeah, a lot of this is fairly new, like different barbers and shit. Yeah, the plaza got a new paint job, a sign. There's a great travel agents down there. I don't know if they're still there. I doubt they are. Down here you got more stuff. I'll cut to it now. This is the open air market where we used to be the biggest thing in the village for the longest time. I used to be an off license. What's that now? It's like a coffee shop. Used to be a very nice coffee shop around here. Tons of random little stores pop up and then close over here. This bike store here used to be a what do you call it? A internet cafe. My first ever matches of CS:GO were done there. There's the 44 hotel and bar. It's alright. A lot of people on little business trips pop there. Tattoo places come famous. Yeah, that used to be a mad little off license. The village, in many ways. I know this is shitty camera work. The village hasn't changed too much. The shops have changed around. That's been a centre forever. Not always, though. I mean, at one point it wasn't. But new signs, a lot of new places. A lot of places, when the Pavilion shopping centre opened up, they moved up there. Fire and rescue truck. And of course, the Cock Tavern. Yes, I said the Cock Tavern. Because of course it's called the Cock Tavern. And of course that's where I'm going to get a pint. Found this in the Cock Tavern. Say the Irish love Trump. It would be wrong, but there's plenty of supporters. Or maybe it's ironic, I don't know. Is this ironic or is this legit? Ironico.
It's a genuine poster.
Oh, is it?
From the Trump reign, yeah.
Please tell me you were smart enough to go a few MAGA hats as well.
Did he get... I think Paddy got them, yeah.
How many?
I'm not sure. I know he got some.
No idea on a price because I'd buy one off you.
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to give me a price first.
I don't know. He's actually in Hawaii at the moment. So.
Ah, well, fair enough. Ah, well. I'll have to pick one up from America. So, I waited so goddamn long that the castle has closed. I'm still going to show the outside of it. But while I'm here... Alright. That used to be called the Lamb. It's now called the Empire, and it looks like it's a gastropub. Some place called Babylon. I'm guessing it's a club of some kind. But here used to be an arcade. The only arcade in town, at least the proper arcade. I knew of a place not too far from here where you could play on like PS1s and Dreamcasts. Have time I ever played a Dreamcast? Yeah, and here was a proper arcade. Daytona, get away of it. I think it was called the Star at some point. That's called Or Taylor. It's oh there, Star on the side. Yep. I'm either gonna edit this in or edit this out or keep it in. But I'm going to pop now into defibrillator. This is the county council building. Pretty damn big. I mean to say, when I was a kid, we did not have the money for this. And that was back when we were having the Celtic Tiger. After the recession, or just at the end of the recession, Swords really came into its own financially. It went from a place that you just drove through. You know, people live there, especially if you work in the airport. This place is like a dorm town for Dublin Airport. Here are some mutant alien eggs from a JRPG. Collect all 50 to get some special sword. There's some more eggs. And ironic dildos. Yeah, this, you know, there's a sort of novice dildo, maybe a butt plug. You have to start somewhere. But, like growing up, this place, I don't even remember what it was. You can still see the construction work on the castle is ongoing. I'm actually going to cut to the castle now. So, yeah, procrastinating me, I did not get to go inside today. Quick history of Swords Castle. It is a castle that was originally made for I think it was the Bishop of Dublin after the Norman invasion. And it wasn't so much a castle, it was more like a villa. Because Dublin was so tiny, he could always just come up here to get away from it all. Or if he was having some sort of pissy fit. Then it kind of fell into disrepair. By the time of Cromwell, a bunch of Dutch Dutch traders and cloth merchants moved in because no one was stopping them. Free land and all that. Here, of course, inside is the courtyard. It was abandoned, bought off, never done anything with. It was kept from completely collapsing until a few decades before I was born. When I was growing up, this place was in constant, I mean constant, renovation. By the way, there used to be a pub here. It was called Ryan's. And that's how you used to get inside. You used to go inside to Ryan's and get a key from the barman. I never did. And I never have been inside. This is as close as I've ever gotten. One thing after another. You know, New Yorkers say you go to the Empire State Building only when like there's family or friends who've never been. Yeah, this is fairly new work. I don't know if you can see it yet. This is the original stonework. That's the newer stonework. It's brighter. That's, I think, the chapel. They filmed an episode of The Tudors in there. And one or two other things. This was always being renovated, and still is. When I was a kid. Money ran out, companies changed. It was just a part of life that the old castle was never going to get renovated. And then one day, it got renovated with this bit. There's side entrances and the like, but I still can't go in. I missed that due to waking up so goddamn late, due to me procrastinating and kicking my heels. But I'll actually come back. I guarantee before the end of the year, I will come back and go inside those gates. Because up to a few hours ago, those gates were open, and they'll be open again tomorrow, and they'll be open again for the foreseeable future. So, if you like castles, you watch this channel. Actually, just watch this channel in general. I could always do with more subscribers. Yeah, so it's Friday afternoon. I'm about to head back home to Carrick. And my fucking tablet got cracked. I woke up this morning, looked down, and the tablet screen's cracked, so I can't use it. But I should be able to save the footage. I took a shit ton of footage on the tablet. If not, this is gonna sound shite. So I'll be sure to edit in something hilarious, like I don't know, me hitting my head on a wall. Transition. If not, that was just a stupid pause. But yeah, I had fun. It was nice going down memory lane. Didn't get to see as many familiar faces as I thought. They're either working or moved on. Did have a really nice moment in the Peacocks. Ran into someone I knew. But yeah. I'm going to be uploading this on tomorrow, on Saturday. So if you liked what you saw, remember to like, dislike, comment, and subscribe. Well, obviously, if you didn't like it, don't like it. Dislike the damn thing. It's your opinion, damn it. But yeah, I will see you next time for a live stream, possibly of Subnautica, which is ironic because I'm getting soaked right now. I don't know if you can see it. It's raining like crazy because it's Ireland. It's meant to be summertime, so of course it is. Bye, Z's.